A grand suite, $60 off breakfast, $100 off dinner last night for $10. That's amazing. So I am in Las Vegas, Nevada, currently staying in the Nomad Hotel, which is actually inside the Park MGM, which is right behind me. In this video, I'm going to give you a hotel and room tour. I'm going to be talking about how I booked my hotel room using the annual $200 hotel credit with the American Express Platinum card. And I'm going to be talking about all the perks I got by using the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection through American Express. So let's go check it out. So the entrance to the Nomad is actually just to the right of the Park MGM entrance. So I'm just going to walk in up to my room and then I'll show you guys the rest after that. Thank you. One of the easy ways to tell if you're in the Nomad part of the hotel or the Park MGM part is that the Nomad has these really dark, moody tones, and the Park MGM is a lot more light and green and happy. So it's easy to tell what part of the hotel you're in.
A lo mejor si no hay, nos va a mandar para allá. Y papá.
So here is the room. We have a grand suite. We actually booked an atelier room, but part of the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection perk. If there's an upgrade available, you automatically get bumped up to the next nicest, which in this case was a grand suite. So here we are. Here is the room. First things first, right off the bat, there is a little snack bar and fridge completely stocked with a bunch of alcohols and snacks, but you want to make sure you note the warning here. If any food or beverage items are removed for more than 60 seconds, you will automatically be billed for the price of the item. There's weight sensors inside the trays that will automatically bill you and notice if something is removed for more than 60 seconds. So that's not something I've seen before. Thought it was kind of funny. Here is one of the bathrooms. The bathroom is sort of split into two parts, but this is where the toilet is located, right off the entrance. Sink and toilet in here. And then to continue on, there's a lot of cool decor in here. This is sort of the living room area. Sofa, side table by the window with chairs. Great view out at the Aria, Waldorf Astoria. And if you catch the timing right, you can actually see the Bellagio fountains through that gap there every now and then. I'll see if I can catch that while I'm giving the tour. And then we move into the living room area, or the bedroom area, excuse me. This can obviously be closed off. King bed, bunch of other cool art on the walls. Great little sitting chair by the window, and another great window view from this room. We actually have a pool view also. Here is the Nomad pool deck area. I'll take you guys down there to give you a little close-up of that in a few minutes after we're done here. And these are the Park MGM pools over to the side. And that brings us back in here. We got a TV here on the wall so you can watch from bed, along with the TV in that living room area. This bathtub in the bedroom was kind of neat. Makes it feel very luxurious. If you can take a bath in the middle of the bedroom and be looking out the window at the night lights of Las Vegas while you're doing it. A little closet here just for anything you might need to hang up. There was robes and slippers provided complimentary in this closet. And in this bathroom has just a vanity area and the shower. Nice large tile shower. So that is the grand suite at the Nomad Hotel. So let's quickly talk about how I was able to get this hotel basically free tonight and a bunch of cool perks tacked on top of that by using the American Express Platinum card. Now, most of you probably already know, but for those of you who don't, American Express Platinum offers a $200 hotel credit on a yearly basis for use on their Fine Hotels and Resorts Collection hotels or their Hotel Collection hotels. If you use it with the Hotel Collection, you have to stay a minimum of 2 nights, but if you use it with the Fine Hotels and Resorts Collection, you only have to stay 1 night in order to get that $200 credit. Now, if you're a budget traveler like me, it's not super economical to use the Fine Hotels and Resorts Collection, even with a $200 credit, because a lot of places around the U.S. and in other countries, the stays are $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 per night. So even with a $200 credit, you're still paying way more for a hotel than you normally would have. But Vegas is really unique in that area because there's actually a few options where you can get a Fine Hotels and Resort Collection hotel for $200 or less per night. And the Nomad Hotel was one of those. I was able to get the Atelier room for, I think it was $210. So basically I ended up paying, with all tax and fees included, about $10 for this night's stay. And then the perks of the Fine Hotels and Resort Collection kicked in, which is how I got this upgraded to a grand suite from an Atelier suite. So I essentially paid $10 for the Atelier suite and then ended up getting a grand suite, which was valued at, I think, about $150 more. So when I checked in at the front counter, since I booked through the Fine Hotels and Resorts Collection, they gave me this piece of paper right here, which describes the perks I get as part of the Fine Hotels and Resorts Collection. So I'm just going to kind of go through these really quick. You get early check-in at 12 o'clock. That is when it's available. You get a room upgrade upon arrival when available. So in our case, that was available, which is how we got the grand suite. You get daily breakfast for 2. And in this case, there's a $30 breakfast per person offered at a Primrose restaurant, which is downstairs. I'll put that on screen a little bit. That was super good. My wife and I used that this morning. You also get free Wi-Fi, not really that big of a deal. Late checkout, guaranteed 4 p.m. late checkout. That is actually super nice because we are going to a different hotel tonight. So this allows us to not have some limbo time in between. We can go straight from this hotel to that second hotel. So that's actually a really cool perk. There's also the Fine Hotels and Resort food and beverage credit. This is one of the coolest things. For this hotel, this stay, it was a $100 food and beverage credit to be used during your stay. And usually, I believe this is something that you use on a restaurant that is on site for the hotel, but Vegas is kind of unique in that regard. And since this is an MGM property, there is a ton of other MGM restaurants around in different hotels along the strip. So they actually said on here, there are 120 MGM restaurants, bars, lounges that are included for use for this $100 credit. There's a QR code they put on the bottom, and we could just scan that QR code and it brought up a list of all the 120 different restaurants, bars, and lounges that were options to use that $100 credit at. So we actually ended up going over across one hotel down the strip to the Aria and going, I believe it was called Bordeaux Brasserie, a really cool French place, and had a great dinner last night where we got $100 off of our bill. So that is one thing that's really cool in Vegas. Since there are so many resorts and hotels together, you can stay at this hotel and you could go to Spago or something right off the Bellagio fountains, even though you're staying at the Nomad Hotel. There are a few restaurants on the first floor of the Nomad or the Park MGM that you can use also that are right there, but it is just a really unique thing about being in Vegas and being an MGM property that you just have, 120 different options that you can use all across the strip. So if you do end up coming here and using this perk, I would recommend using an MGM property or another one of the hotel chains that has a lot of spots throughout the strip, because that does give you a whole bunch of options on where you can use the $100 resort credit. So let's just sum up real quick, because I really want to be clear how cool of a perk and a benefit this is of the American Express Platinum. I spent $210 on this hotel room, and I got $200 back as the hotel credit for the American Express. So I spent $10 out of pocket, and with that, I got a grand suite at the Nomad Hotel. I got $60 off my bill at breakfast for my wife and I this morning, and we got $100 off our really nice meal last night for $10. That's amazing. And I just hope that by seeing this, some of you guys out there that might not have been able to do a trip like this can see this and utilize these perks in the same way in order to get a really cool trip for barely any money. So all right, that's all I have to say about the American Express Platinum and the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection. So now let's just quickly go check out the pool area and the fitness center to wrap up the hotel tour. The Nomad and Park MGM together offer a pretty good sized fitness center for you to use while you stay. And then there is also a spa available too. All this is on the way to the Nomad pool. Excuse me. Here is the Nomad pool area. This pool is exclusive for people staying in the Nomad, even though the Nomad is attached to the Park MGM. Bunch of seating available for use and day beds available for rent. Beautiful, cool views of the buildings around from the pool deck area. There is a hot tub available over along the edge here, and then a bar along the far side of the pool over there. So, really a cool pool spot. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you found it informative and or entertaining. If you're interested in these kind of videos, I like to make videos on traveling for cheap and travel hacking. So subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like that, and leave a like if you found this video helpful or entertaining. Thanks for watching.